So, really some good things that coming out of him this season.
Lightning fast, 6'2", 200. Trinity League's got stuck with him for 3 more seasons. So now 3rd and a mile for the Gales. Ball's back at the 25-yard line. There's Micah Alejado. Sends 3 receivers to the near side. That includes Mr. Branch. Playing in the middle. Blitz coming right up the middle. Alajado's got to get rid of it. Fires deep down the left side. Has a man with a step. What a catch at the 43. And he's going to let you know about it. Absolutely beautiful pass and catch.
Number 14, Jalen Edmond right there. The junior. Just a great route. Again, another receiver, TC, that just kind of flat out outran the coverage right there. Could not keep on them. One-on-one coverage. And give Micah Alejandro credit there because he took a hit when he threw that ball downfield from one of the interior linemen of the Monarchs.
Modern day territory at the 43. Gales go right up the middle this time. And again, not a whole lot of room to navigate. Pick up about 2 yards to the 40-yard line. And it has been tough sledding between the tackles against this huge Monarch defensive line. Well, what a catch by Edwards. That was just a great pass, too. I shouldn't even...
Especially when you get hit like that, because that came from one of the interior linemen that broke away from the pass blocking of the offensive lining and just targeted Alejandro.
Holy cow. This time pass out to Branch. Branch, who is shifty if they come. He's got some words for some of the modern day defensive backs.
Yeah, he just came on a little simple cross route across the middle.
Didn't get a lot. Picked up about a yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 7. And Zach Branch, he's going to let you know about it. He makes a play on you.
Jackson Malay Stitz, number 31, coming in, tight end.
Upset already in the top 15 in the nation. Central, number 14 ranked Central, defeat IMG Academy, the 4th ranked team.
Wow.
The country, 20-14. 3rd and 7, Alejado, since 3 receivers top. That time, fires over the top, and a comeback, nice back shoulder catch and throw. Absolutely beautiful play by Elijah Lofton.
And what you like about it here early on for Bishop Gorman, it's the 2nd and 3rd receivers that are making plays right now, TC. Modern day is kind of concentrating on Branch, but Lofton and Edmonds are making those big catches that you need, quite frankly, to stay in this game offensively with modern day.
Yeah, you got to pick your poison with these receivers of the Gales. 2:23 left to go in the first quarter. Bishop Gorman with a 7-0 lead and looking to add to it with the ball at the 20-yard line of the Monarchs. Again, 3 receivers top of the screen. They send Capata in motion. Fires over the middle. Has a man right there. Big hit, but a great grab inside the 10-yard line. None other than Mr. Lofton.
Wow.
And it's 1st and goal for the Gales.
Once again, just great pass protection right there by the Gales offensive line, allowing their quarterback to kind of pick and choose where he wants to go downfield. That time, Lofton right on the hash marks, hit him as he turned back towards the quarterback for the 1st down.
Lofton having a great day so far. Had that 63-yard touchdown catch earlier in the quarter. Now, an opportunity for the Gales to go up 2 touchdowns. 1st and goal from the 7. High snap, brought it down. Man wide open to the middle. Touchdown!
Miscommunication by the defense. You see the 2 defenders talking in the end zone with that mixed direction. 2 receivers going, kind of crossing right at the goal line, TC. And both defenders went towards the receiver going to the far side. And the QB just threw it, Alejandro, right there to his open receiver for the touchdown.
Yeah, there was a sole safety in the middle of the field. He decided to go right, and the receiver crossed his face left. He was wide open. Whoa, and Mater Dei just jumps the gun.
And hit everybody.
And the kicker doing a good Holder doing a good job of, well, kicker was the kicker trying his best impression of an injury. As Mater Dei got a little excited on the block and flew right through the center. But what an effective drive. And really putting the ball in the air on that and only running about twice. Nine-play drive. For about 4 minutes. We'll try the extra point again to make it a full 2-touchdown lead. And I think right now Mater Dei is just a little bit shell-shocked. It's this Bishop Gorman team.
Where they're struggling with their coverage right now. Yeah. And it's not so much on Branch, it's with the secondary receivers. And you know, they're doing a great job, as you mentioned, with the running game. But now they're going to have to make an adjustment with Lofton and Edmond. They can't leave them that wide open. Those guys can really catch the football and, more importantly, run after the catch. Yep.
Now we're still having some gymnastics here where we're going to set the ball for the extra point.
I think they got it now.
All right, they're going to move back to the 10. Here they're going to try it again. Low snap. The kick is up, and the kick is perfect finally. And Bishop Gorman taking a 14-0 lead over Mater Dei with 1:46 left to go in the first quarter. Boy, this was a bit of a shocker.
Yeah. You know, big turnaround if you think about it. If you want to say 14 points with Mater Dei after they turned the ball over on downs, TC, on that quarterback sneak. But Gorman gets the ball back regardless and just moves it downfield. And, boy, just impressive. And, boy, the young quarterback is that this, or not the young, he's a junior, but boy, Makai Alejandro is really just having an evening right now, throwing the football, getting the timing, and allowing him, as you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, kind of, you know, he's very calm. He knows what he wants to do in that, you know, in that pocket, and he's just executing it really well this evening.
He has been the difference maker here so far tonight. 2 touchdown passes, along with a number of outstanding throws, especially that 37-yarder.
Yeah.
It was just on the nails to Edmonds to keep that drive alive.
And then that big touchdown throw to Lofton to get it going.
Myro for Bishop Gorman, ready to kick it away. He's already kicked 2 into the end zone. Let's see if he can do it 3. Big leg by Myro, and he's going to push him back 4 yards deep, nowhere to go. And once again, Mater Dei has no choice but to start at their own 20-yard line. So the Monarchs on their last drive went deep into Bishop Gorman territory, but couldn't convert on a 4th and 7 and turn the ball over. When they did, the Gales took advantage. 9-play drive, 82 yards, and yet another Alejandro touchdown pass. So Elijah Brown brings his troops up the line of scrimmage. 4 receivers with Davison in his left hip pocket. And everyone's calling for movement on the line, but no one's saying anything. Wide receiver screen, that one bounces on his way to Onove. Incomplete.
Yeah, it seemed on that play, I think everybody thought the lineman kind of moved his hands just a little bit from the standstill position. So kind of threw off that entire play.
Mater Dei right now looking a little confused and flat-footed as the Gales have just come out of the gate fighting. Top of the screen, single coverage, no safety. The Gales look to blitz, showing a lot of movement in their back 4. Round to throw over the middle, has a man, Wrestler. Wrestler is wrestled down on the play by DeCambra.
And it looked like the safety came over the top, TC, almost tried to pick that play off. Give Wrestler a lot of credit. He made a tough grab there. One-on-one, and with the safety coming over, kind of trying to cut him off. It looked like he was trying to cut him off at the pass and take that interception.
That's Ressler's third reception of the quarters. 1:15 and counting here in the first quarter. A beautiful night here in Las Vegas. A little hazy. Probably in the low 80s right now. And there's 4 receivers setting the pattern. And here comes the blitz from the corner. And Brown looks it over. Brown gets the snap. Brown fires right into the blitz. And a great job breaking that play up by Kakahuna. Pardon me, that's DeCambra again. Cody DeCambra on the pass breakup. And right now, Modern Day having all kinds of trouble and facing another 4th down. And this is, once again, this is something they're not used to.
No.
Having to punt twice in a quarter.
And think about it too, TC, the terrible field position for a school like Modern Day, that they've started at their 20 all night tonight. I don't believe they definitely have not returned a kickoff yet, so that's a little frustrating. They're not used to this, as you mentioned, but they haven't enough time on the clock, definitely with 3 quarters, to make some adjustments.
That's a knuckleballer. Hits at the 40. He's going to take a good bounce. Picked up by Branch. Branch gets to 35. Look out. Branch to the 50. Great move. Still on his feet. Gets to about midfield. This guy is electric when he gets the football in his hands.
TC, two moves. Cut inside and then the 360 on the secondary special teamer right there to get his team good field position. They're going to mark it, TC, the nose of the football right on the 50. Dangerous.
That ball out of Fanua's hands.
Flag, though.
Oh, I do have a flag on the field back in the
late
35-yard line.
So it looks like they're going to be walking this one back.
The punter Fanua, that ball, when he got it, fell, and he ended up kicking the tip of the football, and that's why it knuckled so much.
Yeah, they may have to readjust and kick it away from Branch. Oh, this is going to kill him.
Ooh, this is going to go against Bishop Gorman.
And they're marking it off from where the flag was thrown, TC.
Oh, wow.
So they're going to start this play. Instead of now at the 50, it's going to go all the way back to the 26.
I didn't catch the call. I just saw them move the ball back. So a nice return by Branch is nullified by a penalty. So the Gales will start 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Branch heads up in the slot at the top of the key. Top of the field. And once again, trying to run between the tackles against the Monarchs has just been a no good situation here as the big men, men in white, stop the run at the line of scrimmage. Once again, Greg Thomas. Face mask this time against Modern Day. So what comes around goes around. The yellow hanky goes against the boys in white.
Looks like that's going to be on 44, Lucas Campazza. He's an interesting story, TC. He had some injuries last year that set him back, but he really had an outstanding summer camp and found himself in the starting lineup this season.
So the ball will be marked to the 40-yard line. 32 seconds left to go in this first quarter. It's really been all Bishop Gorman. 14-0 lead over the number 2 team in the nation, Modern Day.
And look at that, TC. They get the ball moved all the way up to the 40-yard line off the face mask. It's going their direction, no doubt.
Receiver goes in the slot. 5 receivers into the pattern. Good protection. Great protection, but great coverage, too. And Brown, and Olajeto's running for his life. Oh, and he's dumped at the 30. That is an amazing defensive play.
Wyatt right
by
there.
Nasir Wyatt, who came from short coverage to sack Alejado at the 30.
He recognized that beautifully, TC. Alejandro was kind of slipping out of the pocket there, and when he went beyond the tackle, Wyatt just charged for him and just made a great open field tackle to take down the quarterback. Great play at the end of first quarter.
Second sack in the quarter for Wyatt, and we're end of quarter number 1. It has been interesting to say the least, and a bit of a surprise as the number 6 team in the nation, Bishop Gorman, with a 14-0 lead over number 2 Modern Day here on the NFHS Network.
Dear road rivals, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan that covers tire rotations, engine oil changes, fluid adjustments, and more for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Ford charges extra for maintenance. Nissan charges extra for maintenance. And you guessed it, Honda charges extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Too bad none of our rivals do the same. Join us, Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Dear Wilderness.
So we begin quarter number 2 here from Bishop Gorman High School in Las Vegas, Nevada. The number 6 team in the land, Bishop Gorman, with a 14-0 lead over number 2 Mater Dei. Now looking to put on more. Alejandro at quarterback under pressure, and he is dumped at the 20. And a second sack in a row, as right now Mater Dei is dialing up blitzes from every angle.
I think that was oh no, I think they ruled the play dead, TC.
Did they? Nope, right, legal procedure against the Gales. Right now, Bishop Gorman going the wrong direction. Ball will be placed back at the 27-yard line. Second and 23 for the Gales.
Good pressure right there by Wyatt again before the whistle.
Mater Dei's bringing it. It's that time screen pass, well covered on the play. Goes in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Capana. But again, Alejandro under great pressure. Ball falls incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 23. And right now, I think Mater Dei's defense has figured a few things out. First of all, we're going to put a lot of pressure on you, and they're going to start stunning their inside defensive linemen.
One of the good things when you're a national power, TC, is you don't have a lot of two-way players, so you can really talk to your defensive unit during when the offense is on the field. And as you mentioned, Mater Dei has done an excellent job of making the necessary changes.
3rd and Henderson for Bishop Gorman. Quick throw on wide receiver screen. Gets some rooms out and great on his feet to the 30. Look at him still go, and he's going to be close to a first down. Beautiful piece of running by Tretch Kakahuna. His first reception of the game. We talked about him earlier. Just shy of, well, I shouldn't say just shy. He was 10 yards away from the first down. But still a 13-yard pickup and a nice piece of running. There's another one that Bishop Gorman wants to get going in this game. The Mater Dei defense, they hold for the first time and force the Gales into their first punt of the game with 11:15 left to go in the second quarter. That was punt. Nice high driving punt back to the 20, out of the man's hands, and he's got to pick it up and does. Oh man. That could have been dangerous. As the return man from Mater Dei, I believe that was Corey Lavender, muffed the punt and was able to dive back on it. As Mater Dei once again starts in subpar field position at their own 14-yard line. The Mater Dei offense, it has struggled so far in this game against a tenacious Gales defense. Brown at quarterback, 3 receivers near side. And blitz showing again on the zone read and fighting his way close to the 20-yard line. Stopped an initial line of scrimmage, but never gave up on the play. Otis with a stop for the Gales. Going to pick up about 4 on the play. 2nd and 6. As Mater Dei comes out back quickly out of the huddle. They need to get a little magic going here offensively as they trail 14-0 to Bishop Gorman. Blitz showing off the left guard. They fire this one in the flat. This one in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Pass was a little bit behind Drayton.
Little 3rd and 6 now. Yeah, that was not a good. That was the first pass that Brown kind of struggled with this evening. A little bit, like you mentioned, away from the receiver.
Drayton thought feels he should have had that one, but it was a tough pass and it's going to fall incomplete.
Yep. Big 3rd down there.
3rd and 6, Mater Dei, and once again, yes, he's 9 blue jerseys at the line of scrimmage, and here they come. And there's a slip screen. Mater Dei, and with a nice move, and still on his feet, powering by defenders across the 30-yard line. And that is Onovave, who not only made a nice moves, but he just lowered his shoulder and buried a few Gale defenders with him and gets the first down. Keeps this drive moving. He heads back up to the top of the screen at receiver. Boys in blue are coming. Quick pass again, this time wide receiver screen to the top. And Onovave, again, the intended receiver, gets it, but has a bulldog just chewing on his ankle and wouldn't let him go. But still picked up about 8 on the play. Call it 7. And you can see now Brown is trying to get rid of this ball quickly, because he knows the Gales are bringing pressure every single play. So Elijah Brown shortening the patterns of his wideouts. This time zone read right up the middle, and now get some room to run close to the 45-yard line. That's Nathaniel Frazier. For the first time, Mater Dei with a good run. And enough for a first down at their own 44-yard line. The Monarchs starting to move the ball offensively. Another zone read, but this time Mr. Frazier was met rudely by Mr. Davis. Quincy Davis.
Yeah, sorry, TC. Quincy Davis came in inside and gave a good hit, as you mentioned, on Brown.
Ouch. 6'2", 220 senior. Mr. Frazier meet turf. Lost about 3 on the play. 2nd and 13. Ball at the 41 of the Monarchs. Frazier again with the call, working off the right side, gets to the edge, makes it across midfield. And that was just speed.
Yeah.
Able to get around the corner.
That's why Mater Dei likes using him in the offense. Is there once he gets outside, he uses his speed, as you mentioned. You know, he started his varsity career on the defensive side of the ball, but it's just too fast and elusive. They thought he would be a major asset with the team on the offense, and that has come true. Nathaniel Frazier, as TC mentioned, the junior.
Spencer Shannon, 6'7" tight end for Mater Dei in the game now. Sitting up on the right side of the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers, top of the screen. 3rd and 1 for Mater Dei. And right up the middle is Davis. And Davis with a nice move, but a nice tackle by Vessel. Bishop Gorman limits the run, but it's a first down for Mater Dei.
Yep, Jeremiah Vessel came up and made a good open field tackle.
So now Mater Dei in plus territory, 1st and 10. Davison again tries the middle this time. Not as much luck. And he'll get wrestled down for maybe a half-yard gain.
Jonah Liel right there, defensive lineman, 6'5", 230. Don't see many defensive linemen with the number 18, but he did a great job shedding the blocker and then meeting the runner for no gain.
7:22 left to go until halftime. Bishop Gorman with a 14-0 lead. But Mater Dei has got a drive going here, moving the ball from their own 18. Now at the 42 of the Gales. And Brown looking to throw again to his left. Man has a man right there in the hook to curl. Who else but his favorite receiver, Unavaway. And he'll pick up about 6 on the play.
Yeah, good reception there and good recognition that there wasn't really a lot. He didn't try to go for extra yardage. Just got what he can gain with the 2 defenders coming at him. You don't want to risk turning the ball over here with this type of penetration into Gorman territory.
We call it 3rd and 5 from the 36-yard line of the Gales. Monarchs have been down here only once before in the positive territory and were turned away by the Gales defense. Motion across the formation is Davison. 4 receivers now to the right. They're going to go to the left on the slant. And they have their man Onavahe. And he just carries people down inside the 10-yard line. Wow. One person cannot tackle this young man. Onavahe all the way down. Let's see if they mark it about the 8.
Yeah.
Wow.
That just looked like a simple post pattern right there. And as TC mentioned, once he caught the football, defender trying to take him down from behind, but he just carried him on his shoulders and got all the way deep. I think initially that defender got him at the 15, and he carried him inside the 10.
1st and goal from just inside the 10-yard line. Brown looking to throw again, fires in the corner, has a man. That's a catch if he has it. They're going to call it? I haven't seen a call yet.
No, the official underneath the goalpost came over to the far side.
That was one heck.
They put the touchdown up, TC.
They did get it.
Yep.
We have to show that one again because that was hard to tell. It was a beautiful throw by Brown into the corner. I couldn't tell if he had it or not. He had good defender right in his face.
Type of throw you love to see from your quarterback, to make it only that your receiver can make the catch, not the defender to intercept it. That's what Brown did right there as he threw that ball beautifully. What great touch.
Extra point is good, and Mater Dei finally on the board at the 5:51 mark of the second quarter, trailing Bishop Gorman 14-7 here on the NFHS Network. So the Mater Dei Monarchs finally on the board here in the second quarter, trailing 14-7 to Bishop Gorman. 11-play drive.
Did you hear that sigh of relief? That came from the cross field from Modern Day's fan base right there on the scoreboard. Good, solid drive.
11 plays, 81 yards, and Modern Day really needed that as they were being goose-egged for a while by the Gales.
Key deliverers, Frazier, and then the wideouts that made some big receptions here to move the ball downfield.
Andre Medina ready to boot it away to the Gales. High short kick picked up at about the 15-yard line. And an alley set up, and look out when this guy has speed to burn. Great blocking. And he's finally brought down at the 32-yard line of Mater Dei.
Wow, what a run. Miles Norman, the sophomore, number 34. Oh, no, excuse me, 14. Jalen Edmond.
Yep.
My bad.
The junior, Jalen Edmond, already having a good game right there. $53-yard return. Just takes away that Mater Dei momentum.
Yes, no doubt.
We'll move it down to the 33-yard line.
You know, on that last drive by the Monarchs, you got to give credit to Jordan Unaway. He made a terrific reception to set up that touchdown throw by Brown. And now the defense got to kind of hold him here. Can't let Bishop Gorman get 7 back here and regain that 14-point cushion.
Timeout on the field. 5:40 left to go until halftime. Bishop Gorman with a 14-7 lead. Some scores from around the top 25 in the nation. As we alluded to earlier, a big upset early here is number 4 IMG Academy loses to number 14 Central 20-14. Number 10 Buford has their way with Mallard Creek 56-7. 21st ranked Grayson all over Eagles Landing 44-10. Battle in the state of Florida. Number 22 Lakeland 22, Clearwater 6. We get back to play here from Bishop Gorman. 1st and 10 after the 53-yard kickoff return by Edmonds. Looking to throw and miss Branch. The pass by Alejado was a little late. Branch had an opportunity in a window between the safety and the corner and was just flying right up the hash mark.
Yeah, but he was getting a lot of pressure up the gut, TC. I think he read it pretty good. And right on, he had to get rid of that ball quickly or to avoid a sack.
Branch was thinking touchdown already. You can see the frustration after the play.
I hear it from Mr. Branch, but when you're in that pocket trying to elude defenders, sometimes it's better to just throw it away and not try to force it and maybe cause a turnover on the other end.
2nd and 10 from the Monarchs, 33. The receivers near side. Pressure coming. Going to have to step in the pocket. Alejado is down again.
Yeah, nice sack.
Back to the 39. I think that's Mr. Smith.
I think that was the safety coming in the design. I think that was 28. Patero Christian.
Christian Patero, yeah.
Yep. Oh, excuse me, Christian Patero. Senior safety. So Gorman going backwards. Not exactly what they wanted to do after that terrific kickoff return.
And 4th sack of the night by the Monarchs. And now it's 3rd and 16. Ball back at the 39-yard line of Mater Dei. And they'll show blitz, and they'll bring it. And just floated that one, intercepted at the 40-yard line.
Good night.
And no one is going to catch this one. Hold on, what I say. Here comes some receivers. Pumps the ball out. The ball is loose. And saved by the Gales in the end zone.
Wow.
Oh, what a turn of fortunes there. Alejado threw a horrible lob pass that was intercepted.
Right into the hands of Ezra Funa, and whoever caught him from behind got to get.
Punched the ball right out of his hands. Ball went loose.
If I'm not mistaken, TC, I think that was Jalen Edmond, number 14. I didn't catch the full number, but that was just a beautiful play by that Gorman player.
So the ball was recovered by a Gorman player at the 1. So clear the slate here. And we need a timeout. Everybody needs a timeout to kind of sort out what we just saw.
Yeah.
And Bishop Gorman will get the football on a change. It'll be a change of possession twice. 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Number 72.
Utu.
Doug Utu right there. The offensive lineman was helped off the field, and he's being looked at by the training staff right in front of us. So they might be missing a key starter there for this series, at least to start the series.
Well, timeout on the field, 4:33 left to go until halftime. And that was an interesting turn of events as Alejado threw under great pressure, just threw that lob ball up, hoping to get to his tight end, picked off.
It's the one pass that I hate. It's that lob screen pass, center screen.
Dangerous.
That if a lineman reads it right, it should get picked off every time.
Well, it did that time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the linebacker.
He waited for it, TC. I just saw him. He knew exactly what the play was. He read the formation beautifully, and he made the interception. Give Funer a lot of credit. He ran. He looked like he was not going to get touched, and then he ran out of gas at about the 25-yard line. And
that's a linebacker. You got to get trying to run against Edmonds, I think he's a sprinter.
Yeah, he's a D lineman. So he blew his gasket out at about the 30, and this was smooth sailing afterwards.
Evans did a nice job not only catching up to him, but punching the football out for the fumble, and it was recovered by the Gales at the 1. So 1st and 10 for the Gales at their own 1-yard line. Alejo in his own end zone looking to throw. Had plenty of time. Fires over the middle. Has a man. Incomplete. Just missed a wide open Kakahuna, who was down to the 17.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of pressure now. They're coming in with a. It's getting really tough now for Gorman. That pocket protection that was there at the start of the game now is kind of crumbling a bit. So be on the lookout on that. You may need to bring in maybe a second tight end to kind of chip a block on the outside pass rushers.
Might have wanted to run that one around one of the ends just to get some room
to
navigate offensively.
I agree. Yeah, I never like throwing it this deep in my end zone.
A little dangerous, especially with a team that's dialing up blitzes on you.
And especially if the quarterback senses the pocket, collapsing on them, they could step out of the end zone easily.
Rolls to the right. Kakahuna with a catch at the 5 and runs down to close to the 15-yard line. And that should be enough for a first down, and it is.
Nice play. That's what a lot of offensive coordinators feel is almost now the new extended handoff there. You get the quarterback to roll out and just throw that simple pass to their receiver. And right now, defenders have had a hard time to really kind of nullify.
Clock continues to run, 4:13 and counting in this first half. Gales up by a touchdown, 14-7, and now finally out of the shadow of their own end zone, giving them some breathing room offensively. And close to their own 15-yard line. They're going to run this one right up the middle, and a big hole available. Running over defenders and almost breaking a third tackle close to the 30-yard line. Micah Capana with about 12-yard gain and a first down. In the first quarter, back in the San Diego section, number 9, Centennial, 7-0 over Cathedral Catholic. Cathedral Catholic, the number 1 team in the San Diego section. That's a game to keep an eye on.
And the game we're broadcasting on the BNN production network is Lincoln over Alemany, 7-0 early in the first. Lincoln coming up from San Diego to play Alemany.
Trouble behind him to get rid of that ball. He does. And a great catch by Branch at the 40. And again, he loves to talk and chatter. And him and Jameer Otis have been just going at it all night long.
Yeah, and he's had, quite frankly, the better outcome right there between the two players.
First down for the Gales. They're moving the chains. 3 minutes to play until the break. And the Gales would love to put another one on the board before they head to the locker room. 2 receivers top screen. Paul this time right up the middle, but tripped up by his own shoelaces. Capana. And if they see they mark it, they'll probably actually going to lose a yard on the play. Gorman with only 1 timeout remaining, 2:30 and counting here in the first half. Don't appear to be in a big hurry. 7 points is not enough against Mater Dei. So I would actually be in a bit of a sense of urgency here. I'm trying to get my 2-minute offense on the board. We're going to throw this time to the right. There's a man in the flat and underthrows his intended receiver, Dylan Herman. Stops the clock with 2:04.
A little bit of pressure there by Modern Day coming in on Gorman. Might have affected the accuracy of that pass.
So 3rd and 11 for the Gales.
Yeah.
Up by 7 against the number 2 team in the land.
This to me is a crucial down for Gorman.
No safety coverage over the top. It's cover 3.
They got like an H-back there over the offensive lineman.
Go out in the back shoulder pass, complete. Oh, he throws that ball so well. Elijah Lofton's been his number 1 target tonight. Alejeda with a beautiful pass and catch to Lofton, and it's a first down into Mater Dei territory at the 45-yard line.
And why wouldn't he be 6'2", 220, and he runs great routes right there. Kind of just powered the defender off of him, and then turned around and just made a great catch.
Gales in no hurry, 148 and counting. Two receivers, top of the screen. Campana gets the call right up the middle. Campana fights his way up close to the 40-yard line. Take up about 5 on the play. But again, they only have one timeout to work with.
Looks like an official timeout. Somebody lost their helmet, so he has to come off the field.
1:30 remaining before halftime, and Bishop Gorman with a 14-7 lead over Mater Dei.
Yeah. Number 55 lost his helmet, TC, for Mater Dei Suau, so he had to come off the field.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean there should be a timeout.
No. I think that's what the officials are motioning for.
Trying to get him on the field.
Unless Gorman took their final timeout.
No, it didn't.
No. They just
kind of
circumvented the rules.
Yeah, we said, just get some. No one's paying attention. Let's go to the sideline, get some water,
Yeah.
talk to the coach. 2nd and 5 from the 40-yard line of Mater Dei. 1:29, and the clock is running. Blitz gets rid of it. He had to get rid of it.
Oh, I think that ball was tipped by the defender.
Oh, Alejeda took a big hit.
Yeah, Ramir Davis right there with the tip, number 18 for Mater Dei. He could read right there.
Alejeda's been under pressure all night long.
Well, in this quarter, they started out really well protecting him, but as you mentioned, Mater Dei kind of made some adjustments, and right now their pass game is.
I'm going to challenge you on that. I'm going to challenge you. He was sacked 4 times in the first quarter.
Yeah, but he threw that 55-yard.
Oh, I'm not saying he hasn't played well.
Yeah.
I just that he's been under pressure all day. And here comes Moore, and he gets dumped. And guess who that is? Mr. Wyatt. And now they're going to say that was a complete pass?
Well, they got a rule now whether or not his arm went forward.
Well, I don't think that's a fumble. Ooh, I don't think that was a fumble. And the Gales fan.
They're not happy.
Oh, they are extremely upset.
A ball will not go that far if your arm didn't go forward.
Yeah, that's exactly my contention is as well. Mm-hmm. I don't think that is a fumble. I think that's an incomplete pass.
I mean, Wyatt got in there, granted, but
it was backside
he did not cause
blitz.
a fumble that big.
Yeah, backside blitz caught Alejeda by surprise, and he took another shot. Whew, this is interesting. So Mater Dei is going to get the football at their own 28, 1:13 to play until halftime, and they've got 2 timeouts to work with. And an angry Gales crowd. And they're just going to run this one up the middle to Davison, and Davison's not going to get a whole lot of anything. He'll pick up for just on extra effort. But Mater Dei just seems to be content to let the clock run out. Second and 5. Oh, movement on the line, not called. And a nice catch over the middle by Marcus Brown. There's under 43 seconds to play in the half. First down by Mater Dei. Brown under pressure, sneaks into the pocket, and finally dropped at the 45-yard line. And a timeout by Mater Dei with 29 seconds to play.
Yeah, senior Otis right there with the tackle on Brown.
Now that's kind of interesting. I would really love to see the replay of that. I honestly don't believe that could have been a fumble. But what it is what it is. Some more scores around the top 25 in the nation. Katy, Texas, ranked number 24, with a comfortable lead over Clear Springs, 35-16 in the third quarter. Number 23, St. Edward, 21-10 over Central Catholic at half. And St. John Bosco, the number 1 team in the land, all over Allen, Texas. 52-7 in the third quarter. Watch that, it's going to be something when Mater Dei plays their Trinity League rival St. John Bosco in a month and a half or so. That's always a huge game, and potentially it could be number 1 versus number 2. We'll see what happens. A lot of football to be played until then.
Yeah, and keep in mind, the regular season ends on October 28th.
Wow, it's amazing.
Isn't
it? We start so much sooner, and
right.
ending. And that's because of the state championships, the state bowls, and all.
Yeah, and they want to get these kids that are multi-sport athletes, get them onto their team.
Yeah.
Basketball will probably already been about a month in by the time they get onto the court.
29 seconds to play until halftime. 2nd and 9 for Mater Dei at their own 45. Brown in trouble, gets rid of it deep down the left sideline. And what a catch at the 25-yard line by Jordan. Oh, no, pardon me, his name's Onovoe. Oh, he has been big tonight for the Monarchs.
Yeah, he had that big catch when they were on their last scoring drive, and right there, and boy, give Brown all the credit in the world because Justin Rhett came in hard and gave him a hit, and he took it. And he made a good throw, as you mentioned, to the far sidelines to his receiver.
Killed the clock at 18 seconds with the ball at the 25-yard line of the Gales. But he is one outstanding receiver. .6'1", 199 senior. You know he's playing somewhere next year.
You would think.
If you hadn't before, if you hadn't noticed him before, you're noticing him here tonight.
Yeah.
Second-level talent. Made some not only great catches, but boy, he can really do something with the football after it gets into his hands.
Yeah, very instinctive. Knows exactly where he wants to take it, and kind of recognize really quickly what the defense will give up to him.
Now a little confusion on the offense of Mater Dei as they reset their formation. 18 seconds to play. Ball to 25 of the Gales. And steps into the pocket. Now trouble. Now he bounces out to the right. Looking for someone. Just fires it high. That's a dangerous pass. Anybody can get it, and they did. Interception by the Gales in the end zone. That's Jeremiah Vessel, and just a pass you just don't throw.
Yeah.
That's just not Elijah Brown.
Yeah. That time it looked like he kind of telegraphed where he was going to go with that football, and that allowed Vessel to run underneath that throw.
Everybody ran underneath that throw. He just threw it high and deep and just like crossed his fingers. One of his receivers would come up with it.
I think initially, TC, when he saw the pocket breaking, I think he thought that he could. We're watching a replay on the screen here. I think initially when the pocket was breaking down, he thought he had a little bit more real estate to kind of roll out and get around that tackle. He did not, and that's when he kind of forced it.
He should have thrown it out of bounds. He's already outside the tackle box.
Yeah, I hear you.
He should have thrown it out of bounds and lived to play another play. So what looked like a potential scoring drive by the Monarchs ends on a sour note with an interception in the end zone. Now a penalty on the play against the Gales will move the ball back to the 10. But they're just going to sit on it and go into halftime.
I would think right now.
That's exactly what they'll do. So the Gales feeling pretty good about themselves at the end of the first half of play with a 14-0 lead over Mater Dei. So we head to the locker room. Folks, we'll take a short break ourselves, but we'll return for the second half of play here from Bishop Gorman High School in Las Vegas, Nevada. So don't stray far from your computers. You're watching live on the NFHS Network.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center. The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
Dear Road Rivals, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan that covers tire rotations, engine oil changes, fluid adjustments, and more for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Ford charges extra for maintenance. Nissan charges extra for maintenance. And you guessed it, Honda charges extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Too bad none of our rivals do the same. Join us, Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Dear wilderness, you give engines a place to howl, and my spirit room to roam free. Untamed and brazen. You're a great big welcome sign for all who feel the same. Keep it wild, Forerunner. Toyota, let's go places.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center. The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
Dear Road Rivals, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan that covers tire rotations, engine oil changes, fluid adjustments, and more for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Ford charges extra for maintenance. Nissan charges extra for maintenance. And you guessed it, Honda charges extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Too bad none of our rivals do the same. Join us, Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Dear wilderness, you give engines a place to howl, and my spirit room to roam free. Untamed and brazen. You're a great big welcome sign for all who feel the same. Keep it wild, Forerunner. Toyota, let's go places.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center. The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
Dear road rivals, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan that covers tire rotations, engine oil changes, fluid adjustments, and more for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Ford charges extra for maintenance. Nissan charges extra for maintenance. And you guessed it, Honda charges extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Too bad none of our rivals do the same. Join us, Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Dear Wilderness, you give engines a place to howl, and my spirit room to roam free. Untamed and brazen. You're a great big welcome sign for all who feel the same. Keep it wild, Forerunner. Toyota, let's go places.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center. The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan that covers tire rotations, engine oil changes, fluid adjustments, and more for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Ford charges extra for maintenance. Nissan charges extra for maintenance. And you guessed it, Honda charges extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Too bad none of our rivals do the same. Join us, Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Dear Wilderness, you give
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play. Winston from three. Jordan to the end zone. What a catch. McKay.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today. High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center. The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
Dear road rivals, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan that covers tire rotations, engine oil changes, fluid adjustments, and more for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Ford charges extra for maintenance. Nissan charges extra for maintenance. And you guessed it, Honda charges extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Too bad none of our rivals do the same. Join us, Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Dear Wilderness, you give engines a place to howl, and my spirit room to roam free. Untamed and brazen. You're a great big welcome sign for all who feel the same. Keep it wild, Forerunner. Toyota, let's go places.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it for Frazier. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McKay, touchdown. Wins it. The championship.
At the half here from Bishop Gorman High School in Las Vegas, Nevada, T.C. Wardell alongside Thomas Conroy. Battle of number 2 versus number 6 in the country with Phil Collins playing in our ear a little bit. Here it comes.
Yeah, the
classic drum roll. There we go.
On his solo song.
With a 7-point lead over Modern Day as we prepare for the second half of play here. Thomas, it was something else in the first half. Bishop Gorman's defense early on looked like they were just blanking the Monarchs, and they did a phenomenal job, especially with all the pressure they were putting on.
Yeah, we put a lot of emphasis at the top of our broadcast about the offensive players, but really this game has turned into a defensive affair. And right now, you got to give Modern Day credit. They're really putting on a pass rush. They started out slow, and then they've come on. And as you mentioned, they have 4 sacks in the game, but they're putting a lot of pressure on Micaiah Alejandro, making him kind of force throws. On the other side of the ball, Modern Day can look really good, for about 2 or 3 plays in a row, and then they make this a brutal mistake. And the quarterback, Elijah Brown, as you mentioned, that throw right at the end of the first half was just a crusher. He got flushed out of the pocket. Looked like he thought he had a running lane, to me at least. He couldn't get outside the tackle. And then he does heave the ball up, trying to make a last desperate play. And as you mentioned, Vessel just made a terrific play. First of all, just reading it and then just running underneath the ball to intercept it in the end zone.
Well, Modern Day didn't get even on the scoreboard until 5:51 left to go in the second quarter with a 10-yard touchdown pass by Elijah Brown. But Micah Alejandro, the junior from Gorman, 2 touchdown passes on the night so far. And there's been, I'll tell you, the receiver play for both teams has been phenomenal. There's some Division I talent on both sides of the ball.
And I've been really impressed. We all know about Branch. We've read about him in our game prep since we got the assignment. But I've been really impressed with Elijah Lofton and Jalen Edmond. Those 2 guys have really come up big and really made some key receptions, especially in third and long situations.
Bishop Gorman, who won the toss and elected to defer, will now return the second half kickoff. Back to boot it away for the Monarchs. Andre Medina. And we are underway here in the second half of play from Vegas as the kickoff goes down to just inside the 5-yard line. Pick up down to 25 and a nice alley to the 30-yard line. A big run by Kakahuna, who's been relatively silent from the wide receiver position here tonight.
Crushing hit there by the senior linebacker, Trevor Pajak. He really hit him hard. He's holding his arm as he's running off the field. But as you mentioned, that was a big running lane right there for Gorman. Looked like they were going to get a little bit more yardage than what they got. That was just a good play by the linebacker Pajak, and we'll see if he's okay.
And most of the kind of adjustments the Gorman offensive makes during halftime. They're going to go with the zone read, and tripped up at about the 33-yard line before it could really get going was Devon Rice. Pick up about 3 on the play.
Yeah, junior trying to get a little bit of a cross play there out to the outside. Just got tripped up.
2nd and 7. Micah Alhedo does an outstanding job at quarterback tonight for the Gales, but he has been under a severe pressure, been knocked down a few times, sacked 4 times, actually 5 times.
And you kind of see that they want to get the running game going so they can kind of
back to throw and going to his famous wideout, Branch to cross the 40 on the wide receiver screen. Boy, they are giving him so much respect. 12-yard cushion for Branch as he picks up. No, give it 10 yards and a first down.
Yeah, that was Dixon on the coverage there. Remember, he got burnt by Lofton for that first touchdown of the night. Just to finish my point, TC, I think they want to establish a running game to kind of slow down this pass rush of modern day and see if they can accomplish it. Neither team has been able to run the ball, I would say, terrifically in the first half.
Agreed. Both defensive fronts have been outstanding. 1st and 10. Moving off to the left side. Still on his feet at the 50-yard line. Nice piece of running, especially extra effort by Kapana.
Yeah, give credit there to the guard, Sione Motapiaka right there. He came on a pull there from the guard position and just opened up that hole for the runner. He sealed out beautifully on the outside defender for modern day.
15-yard run by Kapana goes into modern day territory at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Gales. Good start to the first drive of the second half. And same play, they stretch it off to the left side rather. And Kapana will pick up about 3 on the play. And like you said, Thomas, looking to establish that run game.
And if you notice that, TC, the 2 inside linebackers came right over the center there, and they still were able to kind of make a decent hole for that runner to pick up a few yards right there.
So 2nd and call at 7 from the 43-yard line of the Monarchs. Just underway here in the second half. Number 6, Bishop Gorman, 14-7 lead over Modern Day, and they're going to go again this time off the right guard. And Kapana just carrying people with him down to the 35-yard line. And close to a first down.
Good to see Doug Utu right there, number 72, back. He was the right tackle there that kind of opened up the hole, as you mentioned. Gales ran off of the right guard, but Utu was key to kind of open that hole up a little bit more to the outside. Tough block for him, and he executed it beautifully.
That was enough for a first down. The ball at the Monarchs' 35-yard line. Gales looking to wear down this defense a bit on this drive. Keeping it on the ground. They stick it there with Kapana. Kapana finds some room off the right guard. Kapana bounces out to 30 to 25. Kapana's finally bumped out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. Boy, they are starting to slash off the edges against this modern-day defense.
Catching a good hole right there on the outside. Off tackle. Nicely done there. And you know what, TC? The receivers are doing great blocking downfield to even extend the play further. So it's a really good team effort here to stay with your blocks and see how much yards you can get here.
Well, this is surprising. There's 5 runs out of 6 plays on this opening drive of the second half. Kapana's been the workhorse for the Gales and remains in the game. Oh, wow. And he forcing a timeout by Mater Dei early in the second half. Because they want to talk about why this Gales offense is just having its way on the ground against the boys in white. Wow.
Well, to me, when you have top coaching staffs like these two programs have, it's just a game of chess. You're gonna make an adjustment now. Now the other side has to make their adjustment, and we saw that in the first half. Bishop's pass blocking fell apart, and now they're trying to establish the running game, and they've done a good job.
Well, Coach Bruce Rawlinson of Mater Dei said just that. This is going to be a chess match. Don't expect a blowout in this one or one side of the fair. This is going to be a chess match. It's going to be a challenge for my players against this Gales team, and it has been just that here tonight. In a 14-7 slugfest with 9:15 left to go in the third quarter. And the Gales with the ball at the 13-yard line of the Monarchs. And they've done this entire drive, almost the entire drive on the ground, which I think is catching Mater Dei a little bit by surprise. First and 10 for the Gales at the 13-yard line of Monarchs. No safeties. Everybody on the line of scrimmage. This time they're going to throw it. And if he caught that, that's one of the most amazing catches I've ever seen. He did.
Wow.
Holy cow, Mr. Branch.
And I think he got a flag, TC, but I think that was for taunting after the catch or excessive celebration, whatever you want to call it.
The defender was draped all over him. And somehow Zach Branch found a way to make this grab.
Yeah, man, the defender is right on top of him.
You just can't play better defense than that. All over. Corey Lavender all over him.
And he looked at the referee and was just amazed that he called that a catch. He said, I can't play any better D than that.
You can't play better D, so nothing wrong with the defense. But Mr. Branch needs to be cautious about his post-catch celebrations.
Yep. Doesn't hurt him here, but it will hurt him on the kickoff.
It'll hurt him at USC.
Or are they marking it off?
They're marking it off here.
Okay. Because it looked like they were letting him line up and kick it.
That's something he's going to have to really learn to curtail at the next level. Definitely Division I talent. USC is going to be lucky to have him, but every time he makes a play, he's talking. He's got his mouth going. He's John. And now they move the ball back.
Yeah,
we'll do it on the kickoff.
Yeah,
right.
that's what I thought.
That's what they should be doing. Okay, so we'll attempt the extra point, and the penalty be assessed on the kickoff. Good snap, hold, good rush, but that one looks like it's right down the middle, and it is. And the Gales on a very impressive opening drive. Score again on a 13-yard touchdown catch by Zach Branch, make it a 21-7 Bishop Gorman lead over Mater Dei with 9:11 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, just a terrific statement opening drive by the Gales. They reclaimed that 14-point cushion they had for most of the first half. As TC mentioned, Monarchs didn't score until about around the 5-minute mark, maybe a little bit more.
Now they're building a little bit of a hole here for themselves. We know they're Mater Dei, the number 2 team in the nation.
Yeah.
We know they can score. We know how talented this team is. But I think the Gales are tired of losing to them over the last few years and say, we're going to know more.
Yeah, if you're a Mater Dei fan, you're looking at it right now. We can't have empty drives, and that means moving the ball downfield and getting nothing out of it. And that's what happened to them after that. After that interception late in the first half. You would at least like to have gotten 3 points, and you came up with nothing.
Yeah. An ill-advised pass by Brown was intercepted in the end zone. So Frazier and Harris will return the kick. And they'll be standing around their own 20-yard line as the penalty against Branch on the touchdown catch places the ball at the 25-yard line. So we'll see what kind of leg our friend Mr. Myro has. He's been kicking him out of the end zone from the usual spot. Let's see how far he can put this one.
He was stretching out his leg at half.
Let's see what he does.
Yeah.
And he keeps that one knuckling it, bouncing at the 40, and a pickup by Wyatt at the 40-yard line. And Wyatt with the run, and Wyatt down to close to midfield. So the linebacker on special teams doing a good job, giving his team outstanding field position right at the midfield stripe. So the best field position tonight for Mater Dei at midfield. Let's see what they can do with it on their first possession of the game.
Yeah, great read there by Nazir Wyatt right there. Picked the ball up beautifully and ran with it. And as you mentioned, TC knows of the football right on the 50. This is their best field position. Let's see what they can get out of it. Davidson opens up the second half, TC in the backfield.
Onovaway, single coverage here on the near side. Elijah Brown, talented senior quarterback, calling signals for the Monarchs. And the give up the middle of Davidson. Davidson runs into a crowd and moves them forward across the 45. And a pickup of 6 on the play. Davidson is 6'2", 210. He's got speed, but boy, he can lower his shoulders and knock a few people over.
You're kind of coming into his own, isn't he, TC?
Yeah,
he was used in certain situations last season.
Quick pass, and too quick a pass by Brown. Just missed his intended receiver on the slant.
Yeah, that play seemed to develop way too slow. You're gonna throw that type of ball. You gotta catch the defense off stride a bit. That could have been easily intercepted. Looked like Elijah Palmer was right there to make a play on it.
So Brown on the misfire brings up a 3rd down and 4 inside Gales territory at the 43-yard line. Mater Dei trailing by 2 touchdowns. So a sense of urgency now for the Monarchs. Big 3rd down here. And the zone read and a nice dance across the 40 and close to the 35-yard line was Frazier. And Frazier will have more than enough for a 1st down to keep this drive going.
Yeah, that's a guy I would like to see a little bit more here in the second half, Frazier. I think he's a difference maker, especially when you get him out in that flat area, one-on-one with a cornerback. He has the moves to get them positive yards.
So 1st and 10, fresh set of downs for the Monarchs. At the Gales 37 blitz showing from the right side. They're going to go man-to-man. And again, top target for Monarchs. Gets away by 1 man down the sideline and finally dips out of bounds at the 17. Onovaway is just having a game here tonight for Mater Dei.
You know what I like about TC is that good, sharp forearm. He just moves it out and keeps that defender away from his body. And it helps because he can get, with his quickness, he can get 2 or 3 extra yards just by having that defender kind of fight off that nice stiff arm.
Creates separation with that stiff arm. So it's 1st and 10 at the 17 for the Monarchs as they threaten. Davison now finds some room. Well, he did have room for about a second. And quickly, Jameer Otis, who's about tired of Davidson here tonight, shuts him down for about a yard gain. Boy, there was a big hole opening up there, and all of a sudden Otis slammed that shut.
Yeah, it's not just great instinct to fill in that hole, and Otis did a great job right there. 5'11", 220 senior.
Davidson thought he saw daylight, and all of a sudden it was darkness.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 from the 17. Mater Dei needing to score here. Davidson will haul the middle, cuts back to the right, has room to run, across the 10-yard line, and finally tripped up at about the 6.
Great vision there by Davidson. He wanted to run the ball the inside, but he saw he could gain more yardage off the numbers to the outside, and that's where he went. Challenged that corner. He had to come up, made a good tackle, but nevertheless, Davidson picked up about 2 or 3 extra yards just on that simple look and read.
1st and goal from the 6-yard line for Mater Dei.
We got a whistle. 2 minutes.
Timeout by Mater Dei. That's a second one they've burned here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, because Rhett was running off the field. Looked like they caught him with too many men on the field. They let the play kind of execute.
That will be the Gales. Let me catch that around. That was actually...
No, the referee did at first say it was...
Mater Dei, he did.
Yeah.
But
you were right, TC.
He changed. So he changed it on us. So it's the Gales calls their timeout, first time out of the half. 6:54 left to go in this third quarter. Well, I got confused there, but I guess the official confused me.
You didn't get confused. The referee got confused.
I did it right. I knew what I was doing.
You know what you're doing. It's a big game. You knew it.
Somebody fix the officials.
Yeah.
Have them call me. I'll take care of things. I look across the field from our press box, and it's amazing to see a full house of modern-day fans filling just about 95% of the seats on the visitor side.
I know for some of our viewers that watch us for over the few years, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I remember doing games with you in the spring right after the initial pandemic, and with no fans.
Yeah.
And to have this is like, this is what we all do this for.
It's all come back full circle. High school football back.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, all kinds of lights in front of us. Skyline of Las Vegas. The downtown.
That's a beautiful look up here in the press box of the strip and everything.
Plenty of UFOs in the air, I'm sure.
And on the ground, too.
So first and goal from the 6. Modern Day trailing by 2 touchdowns. Really needing one here. Brown with a handoff. Davison hit immediately in the backfield. He had nowhere to go.
That was McCober again. You remember him. He made that terrific stop to turn the ball over on downs. He did it right there and again. Number 44, the senior, 6 foot, 265, Aiden McComber.
Yeah, you run into that, you're not going anywhere. You're going to lose about a yard on the play. Second and goal from the 7. Gale's looking to bear down here inside the 10 defensively.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Brown is at the line of scrimmage.
He's junking the play, and he's going to something else. He sees something he likes. He's going to go to the fade in the corner, and that's going to be incomplete. I think it was an uncatchable ball regardless. There's some contact there with the defender, but
you were right on it, TC. He tried to call that fade away, let the defender, the offensive player run away from the defender and kind of run underneath the football. It just was not there.
I like that play. It's a slot fade. It's not to the outside receiver, it's to the inside receiver, and he goes to the corner. And that actually is a great play call.
Number 19, TC, Marcus Brown was the intended receiver.
So a big third down here. Third and goal from the 7 for the Monarchs, trailing by 2 touchdowns against Bishop Gorman. They cannot be turned away empty this time. Bunch formation with receivers to the left, just inside the hash marks. Motion, Davison across the formation. Big pressure, they're in trouble. Pushes that one away. I don't know what Brown did. He just kind of shot put that ball out of his hands.
He wanted to avoid the sack again. This time he did elude the initial defender coming out from the far side. Didn't catch the number of the defender, but he ran into his offensive lineman, and once he bounced off the offensive lineman, as you mentioned, TC, he shot put that ball. He got lucky because if he didn't have anybody near that football, they would have called intentional grounding on him.
So this is a big fourth down. Not that it's 4th and goal from the 6, but this could be kind of a game changer right here. If they don't get in the end zone, trailing by 2 touchdowns, they turn this ball over to the Gales, and that's going to give them so much momentum as everybody on their feet on the Gorman side.
Gales got to stay disciplined.
4th and goal from the 7 for Modern Day.
Inside blitz.
Needed here. And they're coming after him from the edge. Got a man in the corner. Got him on the slant. Flag down. Touchdown, but let's see what the call is. Marcus Brown with a nice catch on the slant pattern.
I think they're going to get the cornerback over the back there.
The officials sort this out, but I think you would be correct, Thomas.
Here we go.
Delay slant by Marcus Brown. Well, great ball by Brown. Holding against the defense.
Yeah.
That'll be waved off, and the touchdown will count. And Modern Day closes the gap, 21-13.
Good route there by Brown.
Great route.
Because everybody was going in every direction there. the receivers on.
He ran a delay. He waited till he get some clear out from his inside receiver, then ran the delay and was actually had the defender on his back. Brown saw him right at the goal line. Great pass, great catch.
Yeah.
And now Mater Dei has closed the gap, 21-13.
He allowed his teammates to run their routes, and then he just ran that quick little cut in, as you mentioned.
That was a must-have fourth down. As the extra point attempt. Ooh, line drive, and it is good. Not pretty. It looks like one of my
tee shots?
3 irons, yeah.
3 irons, okay.
But it gets the job done, and Mater Dei roars back, trailing now 21-14 to Bishop Gorman with 5:58 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's a drive we were talking about. They needed points coming out of that. Got the good field position on the squib kick, picked up by Wyatt. He ran it up to the 50, and then the offense moved the ball downfield and got a big third down reception. Malcolm Brown, number 19.
9 plays, 4.5 minutes, culminated with a 6-yard touchdown pass to Marcus Brown.
Excuse me, Marcus Brown.
And now on fourth down, boy, like I said, that was pivotal.
Yeah.
If that had not gone and you turned that ball over to the Gales, and this game changes its complexion quickly. So the number 2 team in the land, Mater Dei, struggling with Bishop Gorman, ranked number 6, trailing by 7. We got to find a way to make a stop against the Gales. They can't be playing catch-up all game long. They're going to end up losing this ball game. So they need to make some defensive stops. And the Gales offensively, boy, they looked awfully good on their opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, and now are they going to maintain the running game? It'll be interesting to see how they come out here with only their second series.
Oh, no, a penalty.
Of the half.
That's right, the Gales penalty on the touchdown. We'll put the football at midfield. And kicker Medina is like, yeah, I'm at the 50. I'm going to knock this thing into Reno.
At least over the VPI parking.
Yeah. So I expect this one to go into the end zone. Let's see what happens. But Mater Dei with a had-to-have touchdown closed the gap, 21-14. As you said, Thompson, it'll be interesting to see if Bishop Gorman does decide to stay with the run, just use the clock up. I'll start mixing up a little more with the pass. Yeah, chip shot there for him. He says, no one's going to catch this one. It goes out of the end zone. So the Gales, boy, there's so much. Trying to put the words. Activity going on outside where the ball's going, outside the game of play.
Yeah.
These two teams don't like each other. I mean, they're not exactly fans of each other.
Well, I think when you lose a game 42-0 here on your home field, that's going to leave a sour taste in your mouth. I know it was in 2018, but nevertheless.
They lost 2017 as well.
Yeah. You know, and they lost the first game in 2017, 35-21.
So now it's Gorman's turn. Alejado at quarterback. And the give.
Wow, what a play.
Again, it's been the workhorse, Capana, and he doesn't get anywhere on working off the right side. Might give him half a yard just to be nice.
Yeah, he just beautifully slid off the center and just closed that running lane. Not easy to do when you're battling against a center.
You know, what's interesting about Mater Dei's defensive front, it's not like they're big their offensive linemen who are in the 290 to 360 range. These are a little bit smaller and much quicker.
They're short, they're strong, and they're hard to get a good solid block on. You tend to kind of slip off of them.
Yeah,
you have to hit them straight on.
Second, they're going to call it a long 9 from the 21. Alejado sends out to the flat, and a great move by Tretch. Oh, God, I get his last name. He's Kakahuna, and he got by the one defender, but good support by the safety to make the stop for about a 4 or 5 yard gain. Bring up third down and a long 5, short 6, what do you want to call it?
Yeah, as you mentioned, the safety really has to come up and help that corner on a play like that, and that was just beautifully executed by the Monarchs.
Yeah, these are dangerous Bishop Gorman wideouts.
Yeah.
Branch, Kakahuna, Hughes, all of them. Big rush. Kakahuna looking to throw to a spot. Has it. And that was great coverage and actually a great attempt by Branch to make that play, make that catch.
Yeah, I thought he brought the defender into him. The ball was clearly not going to be caught. But he tried to draw a penalty by bringing in number 26.
That's Otis.
Corey Lavender.
Pardon me, Lavender. Lavender's they've been picking on the freshman all game long. I think he came through well on that play.
Yeah. I thought he defended him well. I thought Branch kind of grabbed him and tried to bring him inside of him to show, like, hey, he's all over me. I can't make a play.
Which was actually a really good play by Branch. I'm very impressed by someone, a high school senior, pulling that kind of stunt. That's really smart on his half. But it's going to fall. The ball's going to fall incomplete and forces the Gales to punt it away to the Monarchs.
Ooh, better hurry up.
Oh, better 3 and out.
Inside pressure.
Corkscrew caught at the 37-yard line. And some room to run across the 45. Flag down, across midfield to the 40. But I think this one may be coming back.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Drayton with a great return from Mater Dei, but we may have an illegal block. And that's exactly what the official is insinuating here.
The old dreaded block in the back.
It's funny, sometimes you miss that because you see they're watching the ball so much and keep an eye on the ball. All the things are happening right around the ball carrier. So we're going to march this one back. Mater Dei looking to have great field position inside Gales territory, but
now the ball is marked off from the spot of the foul, and that's at the 38-yard line of the Monarchs.
So this is kind of a killer here. Goes to the 28. They would have had it at the 40 of the Gales. Now it goes back to their own 28. 4:08 left to go in the third quarter. Mater Dei's defense holding steady. 3 and out. Exactly what they needed. And now an opportunity to tie this ball game. Something we haven't seen since the game started. So Monarchs looking to take advantage here. Brownson, 3 receivers, top of the screen. Looks like Davison in his right hip pocket. It's Davison who gets the call. Davison finds some room across the 30, close to the 35-yard line. Pardon me, that is Frazier with a carry. Yeah. Someone you said that you were looking to see Mater Dei get a little more involved in this game.
And they used him perfectly right off tackle, and he gets good yardage right there.
Pick up a 6 on the play. You see this big offensive line of Mater Dei starts wearing down the defensive front. But I tell you, the linebacker play of the Gales has been phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Frazier again with a give. Looks around, finds can't go outside, tries to go inside, and gets stacked up.
Still moving.
And they're still taking time to bring him down. They're going to mark it at the 37.
Yeah, that was where he's initially stopped.
That's going to be close to a first down. Might be just a little shy.
.5'11", 194 Frazier. So
compact. He's built. And he's quick. Good vision.
They're gonna rule it about a yard short, TC.
I'm watching all the John between the corners and the wideouts. It's like another game within the game. 3rd and 1 for the Monarchs. Again, Frazier gets the call. This time it's Davison. Davison across the 45, goes to the 50. And Davison dips out of bounds at the 43-yard line of the Gales. And back into plus territory for Bishop Gorman. Rather for Mater Dei. Boy, right now I think that offensive line is starting to
kind of wear down the Gales front. Yep.
Take control of that offensive line. Quickly back on the ball. Davison fires right up the middle. Powers across the 40 to the 37. Flag thrown right in the middle of that scrum.
Yeah, it could be a hold on one of the linemen. Could be a guard there for Mater Dei.
We got a hold? Yeah, we do. Poor offensive lineman. Someone got caught their hand in the cookie jar. It'll be a hold against the Monarchs after an outstanding run by Davison.
Yep. Flag was at the 43. So TC, they'll start at their own 47.
Go back into their own territory again, 46, 47. 2:35 left to go in this third quarter. This quarter pretty much controlled by Mater Dei, offensively and defensively. They look to tie it up, trailing by 7. Tough snap. Davison able to get it running off the right side and still running over. He must have carried that linebacker 6 yards. Down to the 47. Wow.
Yeah, Davison in his last few carries has shown his speed to the outside. There he shows his power. Just ran right over that defender. They get close to the 45-yard line.
Oh. 7-yard pickup.
He ran over a pretty good defender, too, Elijah Palmer.
Yeah, he did. Well, 6'2", 210 of him. That's a tough man to bring down. He's only a sophomore, folks. Frazier back in the game at running back for the Monarchs. Frazier gets the call. Looking to try to get to the edge, and he does. And finally pushed out of bounds, shy of the 40-yard line.
And we're kind of seeing the strength of the Monarchs team, their offensive line. They get on this type of roll where they can kind of plow some holes there for their running backs. They're going to control the line of scrimmage, and they're also going to control the time on the clock.
3rd and 9 now for the Monarchs. Back into Gales territory at the 42. 1:39 left to go in this third quarter. Gales fans starting to make some noise. 3 receivers near side. The give to Frazier. Frazier finds some room down the middle, but not enough.
A great tackle there. Siana Matupaka.
Pick up about 5. Interesting call there, staying with the run on 3rd and 9. Now 4th down. And it's 3rd and a long 5. 4th and a long 5. From the 38. Boy, this is interesting here. The last time they converted a 4th down, it was a much needed score on their last drive. This one's just as important.
But I'm surprised they're not going to try to punt it and kind of just pooch punt it.
Mater Dei don't punt.
Yeah, I guess not.
Brown calling signals. 3 receivers near side. 4th and a long 5. They're going to throw it. Has a man picked up close. And I think he's going to be short. Great catch by Marcus Brown on a quick pass over the middle. I don't know. Did he move the chains? He did move the chains. Whoa.
Yeah, I was watching the official on the far sideline, and he spotted it immediately.
Ooh. I thought he was just shy, but
I believe that was Marcus Brown, correct?
Yeah, Marcus Brown. Another huge 4th down conversion. Keeps the drive alive. 1st and 10 now at the 32-yard line of the Gales. Mater Dei, 9 lives. Used 2 of them already. They give up the middle. Davison, plenty of room. Davison just barrels forward across the 20.
Yeah, huge opening right there. Great open field tackle by Justin Rhett. Rhett doesn't make that play. He's in the end zone.
12-yard run. And they've been keeping it on the ground on this drive. I mean, really just utilizing a big offensive line and leveraging that.
Yeah, they're opening holes right now.
1st and 10. Ball just inside the 20-yard line of the Gales. They're going to throw this one in the hook curl and took a nasty shot, but makes a great catch.
Wow.
He comes back. That's Drayton.
Yeah.
What a catch by Drayton.
And the hit was by Vessel.
Yep. And that's a great way to end the third quarter. Down to the 15-yard line. And we are through with 3 here from Las Vegas. Hold on, folks. It's going to be a heck of a fourth quarter coming away. Bishop Gorman, 21. Mater Dei, 14 here on the NFHS Network.
Dear road rivals, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan that covers tire rotations, engine oil changes, fluid adjustments, and more for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Ford charges extra for maintenance. Nissan charges extra for maintenance. And you guessed it, Honda charges extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Too bad none of our rivals do the same. Join us, Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Would you expect any less from the number 2 and number 6 teams in the nation as we start quarter number 4? Davison for Mater Dei on the cut back up the middle to about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, not much running room right there for Davidson. Good play there by the Gales. They need to stiffen up here to start off this fourth quarter.
3rd and a long 2, short 3 for Mater Dei. They're at the Gales 13-yard line. Here's the start of the fourth quarter. T.C. Wardell alongside Thomas Conroy for the NFHS Network. And Mater Dei looking to tie this one up with a score. Brown going to give it again. This time Davison looking off the 10. Gets out, takes a big hit at the 10, rush forward. Flags everywhere as he powers his way down to close to the 5-yard line. He took a number of hits.
You know who he hit right there was Jeremiah Vessel again.
And flags went everywhere there. Lots of yellow laundry on the field. So we'll see what the call is. I'm thinking Mater Dei, but this is an illegal block, shot block possibly. And then Mater Dei's already walking backwards, so
yeah, they're already walking it off too. Or getting in the process.
You know, a lot of flags that flew out at the same time. Down near the 5, and now this one's going to mark Mater Dei all the way back. Ooh, personal foul.
You know, TC would
26-yard line.
You know, all the talk with modern day's offense. Whatever happens here with the Gales defense, I think they need a blow here. It's really going to be key to Bishop Gorman the next time they get a possession. It's kind of kill some time off the clock, and you can pick up a couple of first downs.
Went back to the 26-yard line of the Gales. And the ball's on the ground and picked up by Frazier. Frazier, how he did that, I don't know. Ball somehow got into his hands, and he danced around and got some room to run to the 20. But
yeah. They blew the play before he got the positive yards.
They did, and they're going to blow that play dead.
Mm-hmm.
And appears to be another penalty against Mater Dei.
Boy.
And now the Monarchs, their worst enemy right now.
Yeah, they're becoming their own worst enemy right now. You're exactly right.
So let's try to reset here because I'm a little confused as to what's going on in the field. We got 3rd.
It's now 3rd and 21, I believe, TC.
3rd and area 51 for the Monarchs. 10:45 left to go in the fourth quarter, and the clock's running. And the Gales have a long way to go to get a first down. The ball at the 31. Time to throw. Brown's going to throw deep down the right side. Has a man. Caught with the inside. With the inbounds. And they're going to say, no, he wasn't. It was a great catch attempt.
Are you sure about that? They look like they caught it.
I mean, that couldn't be.
They got the score. They got the points on the board.
Well, you're looking at both sides, and I'm hearing there was no indication of a touchdown, at least on the field.
Right, right.
If they're screaming about it, and there's a flag on the field now everything's a big mess. This is a huge play. It's a beautiful passing catch.
Right.
And it was hard to tell who the receiver was.
Now it looks like the Monarchs got the hands up, so they ruled it a touchdown.
The Monarchs.
But then that could be wishful thinking,
right?
right?
The officials here. I mean,
I hear you.
They're probably listening to the officials.
Yeah.
You're starting to see the PAT team come on.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure what happened. And it was an amazing grab down the right side of the end zone and stay in bounds.
And unfortunately, TC, we're located. I was blocked out of the play.
Yeah, you can't see it. And it was hard enough for me to try to stick my head out there to see, because it was even hard for that at that end. And then you've got all the people.
Yeah,
there's so many fans out in that corner that you can't see the end line at all or the sideline. So, and then a flag is down. So I'm really not sure how. Down the right side of the end zone and stay in bounds.
And unfortunately, TC, we're located. I was blocked out of the play.
Yeah, you can't see it, and it was hard enough for me to try to stick my head out there to see, because it was even hard for that at that end. And then you've got all the people.
Yeah,
there's so many fans out in that corner that you can't see the end line at all or the sideline. So, and then a flag is down, so I'm really not sure how we're going to clean this up.
I think head official just ruled it a touchdown. And then looks like unsportsmanlike conduct for both teams again.
That's been going on all night long. So Mater Dei, and a 32-yard touchdown pass from Brown, can tie it up with this extra point. And the Gales fans absolutely beside themselves right now. And it's suddenly gotten quiet on the Gales side of the field.
Yep, you're up 2 scores, and they come back and tie it on you.
Big second half so far from Mater Dei. Extra point, it's a big one. It's good, and we are all tied up here from Bishop Gorman High School. The Gales 21, Mater Dei 21.
A lot of football left, 10-24 to go.
Wouldn't expect any less from 2 of the top teams in the nation.
Yeah.
32-yard touchdown pass. That's a 13-play drive. Took 6.5 minutes. And now Bishop Gorman, who has not been especially sharp on offense since their first possession of the second half, which was actually an outstanding one. They've been kind of slow.
Well, this is only their third possession. The last possession was filled with.
Oh, it was 3 and out.
Yeah.
And that momentum has kind of shifted in this ball game. It was a 21-7 game as we started the second half. Now we are all even at 21 apiece.
And TC, I'll reiterate it. This offensive, I think, has to give the Gales defense just a little bit of a blow. So they have to pick up at least 2 first downs in this series. Ideally, obviously, you want to score.
I think they have to score. I don't think they can afford not to score at this point.
But they need to give that defense some blow right now. They've been on the field way too long.
Yep.
And you see it because Mater Dei's offensive line is just winning the battle
at
the line of scrimmage.
And they've had 2 long touchdown drives. It's really put some fatigue into this Gales defense.
It's a big kickoff here. Remember the ball now.
So and we're starting all over again. Even apiece, 21-21. And the official picks up the football from the kicker and says, nah. Delay of game against the Gales. What happened there? I'll just move the ball up 5 yards. That's an interesting call. Andre Medina says, I'll take another 5 yards. I have no problem with that. So from the 45, Medina will boot it away to the Gales as we are knotted up at 21 apiece. And this time he's Scribber's up to the 20-yard line. A big hit at the 30. You could tell he's either a fullback or a linebacker. He put both hands over that ball and just put his head down and just started running with it.
Love that running style.
You would. Coming from a former fullback.
Yeah, that's what you got. You protect that football. Get as much yardage as you possibly can.
Running like this, kind of loses a little bit of speed. You kind of blow that component when you're just trying to recover the ball.
I would name great fullbacks, but our audience probably don't know them, so I'll just leave it.
Not just date your age here.
Yeah, exactly.
Hand off the middle. Oh, and just corralled down at the 32. Whoa, and helmet's coming off, and now flags out. And that is a big no-no for Leviticus Sua. He's one of their senior leaders.
Yeah, can't have that happen. Coach meeting him right at
Zach Yamauchi.
The numbers.
He and Zach Yamauchi just going at it. Ooh, I don't know who started it, but I can tell you it was Sua who ended it.
Yep.
Yamaguchi, the Stanford commit. Just getting Sua frustrated. And the Gales fans want him ejected from the game. That was not Phi Beta Kappa.
No, this gave him 15 yards for a stupid play.
He's a senior leader on this team, that being Sua, and he's out of the game right now. You cannot do that in such a high-profile game. It's likely going to come down to the wire, and that was a big mistake. And that's going to put the ball at the 45-yard line, gives Bishop Gorman a first down. Let's call it the 46 with 10 minutes left to go in the fourth. Oof. That just comes back to haunt you. I mean, that's the kind of things.
Can't be that. Gotta always be composed.
Let's see if the Gales take advantage of it. Stepping in the pocket. And he's going to run out of it across midfield and get out of bounds at the 45. Got some good yardage out of his Alejado. Good dual threat quarterback. That'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah. Great read there by the junior, just sensing that there was nothing downfield, wasn't not going to force the ball. He definitely was not going to force a ball there, and he just ran with it and just wisely ran it outside and just beat that defender.
Modern day, big defensive miscue on that penalty. You just cannot give Bishop Gorman opportunities like that. And now watch the top of the screen, single coverage. They're going to go right up the middle. Capana, the workhorse, and he's got nowhere to go. Runs into a wall of white jerseys. We'll see some wholesale changes in the defensive alignment.
Sua was back in the game, and he was in there.
That'll be enough for a first down. The ball just at the 44-yard line of the Monarchs. Three receivers top of the screen. Now running back, Jackson Maley Stites. He's in for blocking purposes. Pass out to the flat. That's that's actually outstanding coverage.
That was Brown right there, one-on-one with Lofton.
Ooh, that could have been easily offensive pass interference, because they were both hand fighting like crazy, grabbing each other. But it looks like the defense is going to be called for that one. Well, that's when you kind of swallow your whistle and keep your flag in your pocket.
It's a 50-50 ball
really
for me.
Yeah, and defensively,
yeah.
It was a good defensive play, and the offensive player had same amount of contact. Oof. Two big defensive penalties against Modern Day on this drive. Could prove costly, as this game is tied at 21 apiece with 9 minutes to play.
So they walked it off from the original line of scrimmage, so the ball now will be placed at the 29.
1st and 10 for the Gales. Monarchs right now shooting themselves in the foot with defensive penalties. That one not so much. The one prior to that, absolutely.
Sua just made a bonehead play. Then we get another whistle.
Boy, this Gales fan base is rabid. Something else to watch. Under the pressure. Under pressure. Dumps that one short. Bounces in front of his intended receiver. Yeah. And now we're going to get a late hit against Wyatt for a Modern Day.
You know, TC, he went in.
This is helmet to helmet.
Yeah, with a helmet. And, you know, he was like indecisive whether just to let him go, and then he hit him with the helmet.
Yeah, that certainly wasn't intentional.
Yeah, and boy, Alejandro
was like playing it up like, I'm feeling dizzy. I don't think
he got hit pretty good. And he's going to have to sit out of play. So now the backup quarterback comes in.
Another one I'd love to see the replay on. That's certainly not intentional on the part of Wyatt.
That's Spicer, the fourth. Getting ready to come in.
Ooh. Oh, boy. We're going to mark this one up deep. 3 huge defensive penalties against Mater Dei on this drive.
Now, I don't understand the ruling. Can he go back in the game, or how does that work here?
The quarterback?
Yeah, because it looked like he was going to look at it by a training staff member. Now it looks like he's going to go back in the game.
I think he'd have to sit out
one. Yeah,
one.
one play, right?
Right.
Yeah, there he goes. Okay.
Yeah, he's sitting.
Wishful thinking on the junior.
So Melvin Spicer, the fourth, sophomore, will get his first snap in a huge game like this.
Yeah.
The key is just hang on to the ball, hand it off to somebody. So Melvin Spicer gets an opportunity.
Ooh.
And he's going to take it himself, and he gets tripped up behind the line of scrimmage by none other than Mr. Wyatt.
Yeah. He did have an opening if he could have gotten around Wyatt.
That's a tall order.
Yeah, no doubt.
And he'll lose about 4 yards. And back in the game comes Mr. Alejado. So Mr. Spicer loses about 4 on his. Are you going to mark it back? Who works the chains here? Come on, mark it back.
There you go.
Jeez.
Second down and 14.
So negative 4 yards for Spicer. Alejado in trouble, just getting rid of it and jumps that one. That might have been short. I'm not sure if he short hopped that or he made the catch.
No, I think he caught that. That was a nice catch.
Yeah, Kakahuna with a great grab. Not going to get him a whole lot of yardage because Alejado was running for his life.
Yeah.
He's getting about a yard on the play.
I don't think that was a design rollout here to the near side.
You saw the pressure coming from the
that's
weak
what
side.
I'm saying.
Weak side pressure was.
He kind of quickly hightailed the opposite direction.
So 3rd and 13.
Yeah, a whole 1 yard on that play.
Yeah.
Terrific catch, though.
3rd and 13 for the Gales. At the 17 of the Monarchs. We're going to break this tie. Big pressure. Look out. Everybody in white coming, and there's nowhere for Alejado to go. As the craziest drive. More penalties.
Penalty on
Mater Dei. My gosh. Another penalty. I mean, just making the kick that much easier.
Yeah, you're adding 5 yards to it.
4 defensive penalties on this drive. They are lucky if they only get out of this with 3 points.
Yeah.
Giving up 3 points. Lucky. So Mr. Myro looking to break this tie. Kick is up. Oh, it's
way off.
Way off. Not even close. Oh. And Mater Dei dodges a bullet after an absolutely disastrous defensive series.
And just a big 0 for Gorman, moving the ball downfield, aided obviously as TC mentioned, but at times they looked overwhelmed by that ferocious pass rush once again by the Monarchs.
But boy, all the defensive penalties on that drive. I mean, they just shot yourself in the foot over and over again. And they still come out smelling like a rose. Gales don't put anything on the board, and we're still tied up at 21 apiece at 6:53 left in this ball game. Fans are definitely getting their money's worth here tonight.
Yeah.
This is why these are the two of the best teams in the nation, folks. So Mater Dei, new life. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Brown, play action. Looks in the slot, and just wrangled down. And they're going to get him on a horse collar tackle. You bet they are.
That's Elijah Palmer.
And that's Drayton on the catch. Boy, Drayton, every time he makes a catch, they're just knocking him around. He has been tough as nails tonight. Big Mater Dei wideout. So the Gales return the favor on a defensive penalty.
Boy, it just seems like these defenders are just trying to maybe dislodge the ball, make a play for their team in a tight early season battle.
I think they're trying to dislodge each other's heads.
Yeah, well.
That's what it looks like.
Nevertheless, you're trying to make a play for your team, and sometimes the penalties are really putting your team behind the 8 ball.
Trying too hard to make something happen. You're not
Yeah.
keeping your head. So that'll put the ball up to the 37-yard line for the Mater Dei. 1st and 10, 6:33 left to play in this ball game. Play action, has time to throw. Going to go deep down the left side. As a man, that's going to be interference. Yep, and there comes the flag. There's no question about it. Gales fans can scream all they want, but that was pass interference because that defender ran right into the back of the Mater Dei wideout, Inovaway.
Yep, Inovaway. Smart play. He slowed up a bit, TC, to allow Vessel to run on top of him.
That's a smart play by a wideout.
Yeah.
Boy, defensive penalties for both squads just starting to pile up. Whoa. We move this back to inside Gales territory at the 48.
So one team could not take advantage of the defensive penalties. And Bishop Gorman, let's see what Modern Day does. 2 back-to-back, big bone crushers.
Now inside Gales territory. Gales they're going to bring the blitz. 1st and 10. And Davison's going to get the ball off the left side. Davison gets to the first level. Davison to the 40 and powers his way up to about the 36-yard line. He is a tough runner. Not only good vision and quickness, once he gets his pad levels down, you don't want to tackle him.
Dude, and Jeremiah Vessel had to get lower than him, and he just plowed right over him and tripped on his body as he went over him to get that first down.
To a fresh set of downs at the 37-yard line of the Gales. Here comes Mater Dei. And Davison working off the left side. Boy, he's getting by that second level and that first level quickly. And he'll pick up about 6 on this one.
Yeah, right now the Modern Day, the 2 guards in the center are just doing a great job of just moving that interior off the line of scrimmage, and that's really allowing Davidson to kind of pick and choose where he wants to run the football after he gets through the initial hole.
This is a good time to pound and ground for this Mater Dei team. Use that big offensive line and that talented running back core they have.
5:32 to go in the game, TC.
2nd and 5 for Monarchs. Frazier this time works off the left side. Frazier dips back inside. Frazier to the 20. Frazier still on his feet. Down to the 5, but a flag down on the field.
Could be holding.
It could be against one of the wide receivers.
Yeah.
Trying to help Frazier by blocking, but he may have held. Boy, Frazier is just so much fun to watch.
Off tackle, right? He beats it to the outside off tackle, and he is gone right there. Just a terrific move.
Cuts back inside. Great vision and his quickness and lateral movement. Although I'm not seeing the ball being moved backwards yet. Face mask against the Gales.
Oh, man.
Not what we thought.
Boy, that is not a penalty.
Another defensive penalty against Bishop Gorman.
So half the distance here.
That's going to put the ball in about the 3.5-yard line. 1st and goal for Mater Dei. 5:19 to play in this ball game. Holy cow. Holy cow. Right now, in a triangle formation, two up backs, 2 fullbacks, and a tailback. And a bad snap, and smartly, Brown just jumps on it at the 9. So I'm not even going to try to make something happen here. I'm just going to secure the football and live to play another play.
Yeah, you pick it up off the ground and then try to move at the same time. You could have that ball easily dislodged from you.
Maybe a 6-yard loss. Put the ball back to the 9-yard line. Clock moving, 4:51 and counting. In some ways, you can use the clock here. It just depends on your philosophy offensively.
Yeah.
Because you're in field, should be in field goal range pretty easily here. But you'd like to come out with 7.
Big down here.
Yep. 2nd down. And Davison
nice
just
play.
dropped in the backfield. I think they knew that play was coming.
That was just a great play by the outside defender.
And McComber was on that play from the defensive line position.
Quincy Davis was also there too.
So now you've got a real conundrum. Loss of 4 on the play.
Now all the way back to the 13, TC.
Crazy.
We're under 4, though.
3rd and goal from the 13. Under 4 minutes to play. 3 receivers near side. Davis in the backfield, pick on the blitz. Looking to throw to the outside corner. Ball's incomplete. No pass interference. And now we're looking at 4th down. Good coverage on the play by Elijah Palmer, who's been busy tonight. 3:37 left to go in this ballgame, and I think Modern Day is going to try to come away with 3 points here.
It's smart. Rely on your defense.
Andre Medina will attempt call it a 32-yard field goal to break this tie.
Offside.
Offside, to see if it goes in. Nope. And the Gales jumped. No secret there.
Yeah, I think it was Elijah Palmer trying to get in off the outside.
So make it 4 yards closer, 5 yards closer. But you still kick this. You don't change your game.
But since that point, it's been all Monarchs, 17-0, and they lead it now 24-21.
Their first lead of the game since we started
yeah,
this
unbelievable.
thing tonight. They've come roaring back from a 21-7 halftime deficit. But now with 3:32 and to go in this ballgame and 2 timeouts at their disposal.
Which is more than enough right now.
For the Bishop Gorman's offense, absolutely. So it's going to be incumbent on this defensive unit of the Monarchs to find a way.
Yeah, the key for them is get a good kickoff return here if you can, and then start from there.
So Medina, who just kicked the game-breaking 25-yard field goal to give Modern Day a 3-point lead over Bishop Gorman. A penalty from the touchdown.
Yes,
of course,
right.
Every touchdown has a penalty, so
it
seems like here tonight.
Yeah.
So the kickers are getting outstanding field position on their opening their kickoffs. This one I think I would kick into the end zone if at all possible.
Yeah.
I don't think I would dribble it to him because the return men for the Gales are so dangerous, and there's no one back right now.
Yeah.
All 11 players. Kakahuna finally breaks back, and as does Jalen Edmond. And now they set back into their traditional kickoff return.
Yeah, they had the wedge going there for a minute.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were doing. Maybe predicting a pooch. Best to just kick this one out of the end zone if you can. And that's exactly what he does. He just belts that one out to Pahrump. And the Gales will get their opportunity to either tie or take the lead with 3:32 left to go from their own 20-yard line.
You know, it's interesting, TC, since they went up 21-7, Modern Day's big change defensively was putting Zabin Brown on Lofton, and he's kind of now have kind of fallen out of the
a little bit quiet in the second half.
It'd be interesting to see if Gorman now kind of comes up a play to help him go.
Well, Gorman's going to stick to the ground, and as well they should. As Capana, who's been the workhorse tonight for the Gales, up down to the 30-yard line, 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Yeah, that was a nice way to start it off.
Say for an offensive line, and they're a good size line, but they're not a huge line. But they are quick off the ball, and they really know they execute their blocking schemes extremely well.
Excellent.
That being the Gales.
Yeah, excellent technique.
So getting down to the 3-minute mark, as they now have too many men on the field. No, they're going to move over. They didn't have a corner on the far side. They're going to run it again to Capana. Capana looking for some room off the right side. Capana still on his feet, breaking tackles, but just can't get to the edge. And all that good work will probably get him about 3 yards.
Yeah, Dixon with a nice stop there.
give him 5, 2nd and 5 from the 35-yard line. Clock continues to run. Bishop Gorman has 2 timeouts at their disposal. He's in 3 receivers near side. That's Branch on the inside. Looking to throw that way, going left. Fires over the top, has Kakahuna at the 47. Kakahuna still on his feet, slips the tackle into Monarch territory. Kakahuna still gets through, goes backwards 5 yards. Wyatt finally gets him down, a flag down. I think we got another face mask against the Monarchs.
Yeah, Wyatt face masked them. There was a high hit too, right at the logo of the Gales at midfield. You could have called 2 penalties on Modern Day on that one play.
Now and you can thank the Trent Kakahuna for that. His jitterbug moves going forward and back were amazing. Modern Day defenders couldn't bring him down. They couldn't get a clean shot on him.
And what about his ability, TC, to stay balanced and on his feet, as you mentioned? Because he got hit a few times and still kept moving forward. Boy, TC, that's a big penalty. It moves him all the way up to the 32.
Again, it's another penalty I don't think was intentional, just like if you put your hand out there and just happen to get face masked. So now the Gales in business. 2:04 left to go in this ball game. They have the ball at the 32-yard line of the Monarchs, trailing by 3. Back to throw, going to go deep down the left side, and miscommunication by Branch and Alejado.
Yep. Branch, so he's going to go
cut
5
short,
out and then cut back.
Well, it's a choice route.
Yeah.
And one of them made the wrong choice. I think Alejado said, hey, you're going to go deep on this based on where the corner was playing.
Yep.
And Branch said, no, I caught him underneath, so I was going to cut him short. So that falls incomplete. Second and 10 from the 32-yard line. 1:44 to play. Number 2 versus number 6 in the country. Playing out exactly as you'd expect. The blitz showing by Modern Day. They bring it, and they go right up the middle, and he ran right into it. Mr. Wyatt, hello.
Yeah, man, he came off the end, unblocked, and just hit that runner hard.
Capana just said, why am I seeing this number 31 in my face play after play?
Big third down here now.
3rd and 12 after that 2-yard loss. Wyatt, 6'2", 200. He's only a sophomore. We're just barely getting the season started. 2 more this year and 2 more. Tripped up at the 47 and brought down. Christian Patero from his safety position.
Yeah, came from the outside. That was a big play that the Monarchs
Clock
needed
still
right
running.
there.
And they finally call a timeout. That being Bishop Gorman on a huge sack by Patero.
Yeah, man, they moved him all the way back to the 47-yard line.
Wow. That'll make it 4th and a half mile. And I don't know if you have a play in your playbook for this.
Hook and ladder, that's about it.
Great.
If you can throw it deep downfield, obviously you go for the touchdown.
You give credit to the defensive coordinator of Modern Day Catholic at halftime for making the adjustments, as they have just been giving Alejado all kinds of fits with the pressure they've been giving it from all different angles. They've been dialing up blitzes from the center, from the outside. They have been running stunts inside out.
And it's different people each time. It's Wyatt on one series. You know, like you just said, the safety's there. So they're giving them a different look each and every time. And then making the move of putting Xavier Brown on Lofton, I think, has really kind of negated the passing game of Gorman.
25 yards, Thomas, they need to get just for a first down. There's only 42 seconds left to play. What do you do here?
Good news, Branch is back on the field.
You're going to keep him off the field on a play like this? No way.
Well, no, he was getting treated.
Off.
Yeah, he was getting treated for cramps. So good to see him.
he's still cramped. It wouldn't matter. He can find his way on this football field for this play. This could be the ball game, folks. 4th and 25. And now timeout on the field.
Modern Day
is going to come back and talk about it after seeing what Bishop Gorman came out with on offense.
Standard procedure. You get to see what kind of alignment they're setting up in, and then you kind of coach off of that.
Thus the chess game.
Yeah.
It has been an outstanding football game, and folks, you would expect nothing less from these two premier programs. Looking at what's going on in the future, Modern Day, they'll be taking on Centennial. Things just don't get any easier for them because they got number 9 Centennial Corona next week on the road. That's 2 rough road tilts. Bishop Gorman in Vegas and up to Centennial. Oh. Then they kick her with La Mirada. Then they head off to Hawaii. No, actually, Hawaii travels there. It comes here. It won't be a travel game. Mililani from Hawaii will come out here. Then they hit into the Trinity League schedule, which is one of the roughest leagues in the nation with Jay Serra, St. John Bosco, the number 1 team in the nation. That is going to be a ball game. Orange Lutheran, one of the top teams in the state of California, Santa Margarita, and Servite, which is a battle every year between Modern Day. Those two schools dislike each other, period. Every sport. I think the administrator, I don't even think the principals like each other. 4th and 25. Bishop Gorman could be their last gasp with 42 seconds to play. Back to throw. Time to throw. Fires over the top. Got a man open to 32. Not in close. They're going to try to dip it back down to Kakahuna, but he is pushed out of bounds, and that's going to end this ball game.
Yeah, Branch made the catch, and then, as you said, threw it back, and nowhere for him to run.
Well, the Gales played an incredibly inspirational football game. They battled and led this game 21-7 at the half, but it was been all Modern Day in the second half of this game, shutting out Bishop Gorman offense.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're going to go up to win it and go 2-0 on the season, 24-21. What has been a battle royal on the field between two outstanding programs.
Yeah, good game. It'll be interesting, TC, to see where Bishop Gorman goes in the national rankings. As you mentioned earlier in our broadcast, Central upsetted IMG Academy 20-14. Academy was ranked 4th in the nation. Gorman 6th. Where do they fall after this week?
You can't fall out too far after
No,
this game.
I hear you.
They're going to victory formation. Then they fumbled it on victory formation. Oh, gentlemen, hold on to the football. You've won the game. As they're just counting it down with 20 seconds left to play. That's the one time you do not want to have a bad snap. Bishop Gorman, their schedules are not quite as daunting as Modern Days moving forward. They travel to St. Louis next week, then Hamilton, Brookwood, and then they travel to Arborview in league play, and Canyon Springs, Legacy, then Palo Verde game on the road, but then Foothills, one of their big rivals. But certainly, if you match the two schedules, not really all that close.
No.
Modern Day has got some tough one. Boy, they got a rough one against Centennial Corona, who just slapped Cathedral Catholic of San Diego.
Yeah, we had it at 28-0. We didn't get a final yet, but
playing them in Corona is not going to be easy.
No.
But they did get the victory here in Vegas tonight. A comeback victory, 24-21 over Bishop Gorman. And hopefully they'll just be able to hold the football here.
There we go.
Gorilla Glue on the fingers.
That should do it.
It will do it. Outstanding football game by both of these programs. This is why they are in the top 10. And they'll both remain in the top 10, I would assume.
I would think so.
Coming into next week.
But you never know with these fickle people that do the rankings. We'll find out. I wouldn't think they go too far out.
Well, that's going to wrap up tonight's action here from Bishop Gorman High School. We'd like to thank you for watching tonight's prep football action here on the NFHS Network, powered by B&N Productions. And be sure to check out NFHSnetwork.com for more live and on-demand content for upcoming events, along with highlights from